Hey, what's up? Djquirk here. I got an update to my SoundLab mini synth that I've been working on. I don't know if any of y'all saw my last video where I had it prototyped on this piece of wood. The circuit is working and making noise, but this is not very beautiful being on this ugly piece of wood. I just mounted it on here just to get an idea if it would work or not. So since then I've been working on the enclosure to make it look more professional. What I came up with is, if you look right here, this is a Stanton, I believe 5 rack space unit. It's a DJ mixer. I believe it's 5 rack spaces. So I intended to use this as my enclosure. So first things first, I took off the faceplate. I removed all the guts. So now we got a box. Back panel comes off. Of course, it's covered in all the millions of holes that are required of a DJ mixer, so obviously that wouldn't do. So I know some metalworking guys, and they hooked me up. I gave it to them. They made me a copy, a brand new copy, no holes. Eventually I'll put a hole here for the power, one for the output, and one for the DIN MIDI connector. These guys were even nice enough to thread the holes for me so I could screw it back in. And as you can see, it fits very nicely. So there, now I got a box. Then, what do you need then? You need a faceplate. So I had the guy mount the little L brackets here. Here is my faceplate I came up with. Basically, it's a piece of aluminum, 1/8 inch aluminum, probably a little thicker than it needed to be. The gold is, I went to a trophy shop, and a lot of trophy shops, they got the plaque or whatever, and at the bottom they have like a little piece of gold foil that says "Thank you for your hard work," blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. I asked him what's the biggest thing he could do, and he said, this size here. So I drew it up in Outlook, because I don't have any better program for drawing this stuff. So I did an Outlook, created a JPEG, brought him the JPEG. About an hour later, he had it printed on this gold foil, which I then attached to the aluminum with double-sided tape, which is probably not strong enough, but then you have to consider we're going to have everything bolted on, which will also increase the strength. So, haven't got all the switches in yet. I'm about to leave, but I did get the main pots put in. They are mounted, as you can see. One problem I ran into is I drilled the same size holes for all the pots. I didn't realize, I forgot that the pots for the attack release generator are bigger pots. The actual pole is bigger, so these holes need to be opened up more for it to fit. But other than that, it's good. We got input jacks here, switches fitting nice. I've been attaching the switches with pliers and it's been scratching them up real bad, and I want it to look nice, so I'm going to hold off until I can get a socket set to get them on there without any damage. And then from there, it will go onto here. As you can see, you got a hole here, 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 and here, which are in line with the brackets. Here, I'll show you. Okay, that is it, in line. Plus, got my rack mounting holes. I ordered from Music from Outer Space a wall wart power supply. So what will happen is I got a couple of these little tubes, just little tubes as standoffs, which I'll mount in here to hold the PC board up. And then once the power supply comes in, that'll go in here as well. So I don't have to use batteries. And then from, I believe his name is Raymond Sawa or something Sawa, but the device is called the MIDI implant. It's a very small CV to MIDI converter, which will also go in here. So at the end, a monophonic synth that will run on wall power and be MIDI controllable and look pretty cool, if I do say so myself. So anyway, so here we are. When I get it more put together and making some sound, I'll bring you guys another video. Thanks for watching. Out.